Alright everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We're now going for a ride in our 1997 Ford Mustang. Of course, you know the Mustangs get popular by the newer years. Of course, the older ones are just as good as the newer ones. Going to the one we have here featuring a bright green exterior. Actually, if you really want to look at it, it is actually a dark green, but the way it just pops out at the crowds is definitely the kind of car you want to own for yourself. Even so, looking at the appropriate style wheels for the car, spoiler, having the Cobra style badging, is definitely the kind of ride that it feels the power, looks the power, and is the power. Even if we look at the inside, you will see it is a 5-speed manual, featured with a very unique tan interior. Of course, it's really cool to see mixtures of colors, as that's what the time was, instead of your average daily dull red, blue, gray, even black, all those dull colors. It really didn't see the car world as it did back in the day. But of course, looking at it, you have a clean cluster here, actually reading 28,000 miles from the odometer. Everything is working. You even have your clock there. Sad it's not an analog clock, but of course that's the only clock people can actually read nowadays. Even so, you have your AC, stock radio, even the CD player, which gave you the option of both cassette and CD. Having a very nice style console here. Back seat's just as beautiful as the front. Even having the Cobra written on the wheel, cruise control options as well. Your windows, mirrors, locks, all that good stuff you can get. But of course, the heart of the engine, which is featuring actually a 4.6 motor, which really is a unique style. A lot of times, even the older Mustangs, you will see that it had the 5.0, but of course the 4.6 is just as beautiful as it is. Even so, as we were driving up the road, you can see how straight the wheel is, no wobbling, no pulling. In fact, it's perfect as can be, which even so, we can give you a little bit of a brake test to show you how nice it really is. Good stopping posture right there. That's the kind of ride you want, especially with Skyway Classics, where we offer you the best kind of car you can get in Florida. But as for now, though, we are just going to get it turned around and up on the lift. So if you have a moment, folks, please stay tuned with us to see the underneath.